Hey everyone, how's it going? Casey here, starting another live write. This is going to be my second one that I'm going to do, and so I have a little bit more structure. On the side here, I have tonight's topic, what we're going over, and 3 bullet points. And so tonight we're going to be talking about the Destiny 2 progression system. I'm going to bring this right over here so I can actually look at it and look at you guys. Destiny 2 progression system is at its best it has ever been right now with Shadowkeep. And so my 3 talking points are going to be the power grind is more efficient and intentional. The second one is artifact offering power to be earned through XP brings respect to the player's time. And 3, the seasonal artifact. This should be the seasonal pass. So yeah, this should be a seasonal pass. The seasonal pass is a neat way to offer the feeling of leveling and progressing at a reasonable speed. We're just going to go ahead and do live, just kind of brainstorming on these, further delving into these 3 topics. We're going to start with the first one, the power grind. So the Destiny 2 progression system is at its best. It is at its best. Or sorry, let's fix that because it's actually worded weird. The Destiny 2 progression system is at its best. All right, yeah, is the best it has ever been. There we go. All right, yeah, so Destiny 2 progression system is the best it has ever been. And so we're going to start talking about the power grind being more efficient and therefore being more intentional. So with the changes this season, power drops, world drops have been dropping at 0 to 3 levels of your power level. So they'll drop either at your level or 3 below. This has actually been really good for the grind because you're not slogged down by world drops dropping at like negative 10 or negative 7 your level, because that would create huge dips in your items level variance, where you'd have items regularly 7 below and there was no way other than through powerful rewards to get those levels up. Now you can kind of smooth those edges out after every powerful reward. You can look at, all right, what's my lowest light? Let's run the most efficient event. And in Destiny, either Crucible, Strikes, Gambits, something to kind of, that will give you a lot of rewards that can help target your lowest level item. So but having world drops drop at 0 to 3 under, drop at or 3 under your current power greatly helps the intentionality of the grind. It's actually super beneficial. It's really great. I guess in this turn it just makes it more efficient. I mean, I guess that's the biggest thing. And I mean, there's actually a lot of rewards hidden in here too. I mean, there's a lot of places to get rewards. The bounties, having vendors, basically give you rewards for bounties is super awesome, and the recharge bounties have been super good too. So the changes they've made to the bounty system for having like XP bounties that you can get, so not rechargeable bounties, but basically just extra bounties that you can get, is actually super helpful. So that's been another good change for the power grind that they've made, where you can step into PvP, get like a ton, get like 8 to 10 bounties from Shacks and just do them all, and then get the reward from Shacks. But at the same time, while you're doing that, you're also ranking up your Valor. You're getting extra power or at level items. So it's really good. The power grind, the progression grind for power has been really good this season. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, bounties creating more interaction within the activities, dropping items at level or above on rank up in the activity, as well as the vendors. Yeah, at least one vendor. So in chat, one in chat, someone's saying at least one vendor a day drops guaranteed at level gear. Right. So it's just there are a lot of great things that they've done to the progression for powerful drops and leveling for power in this season that have been like just perfect. It's like I felt like my time has been so respected in all of this. It's been really, really good. So as well as the vendors dropping powerful rewards at bounties, number of bounties hit at, like, I think it's 8, but I don't know if it's 8 for, I think it's 8 for everyone. At 8 bounties is a great compliment to this grind. All right, so the artifact. Let's talk about the artifact too now. Let's move on to number 2, the artifact. Artifact offering power to be earned through XP brings respect to players' time. So here's something I think is really, really cool too. Artifact is, in many ways, like really intentional for people who may not have the time to go and sit and grind everything out each week on every character. For me specifically, like I have about 12 hours a week I get to play. 9 to 12, I'll say 9 at the average, 12 at the highest. And so my time spent in Destiny is super important to me, like just because I want to go in, I want to dive in, and I want to tackle the you know, my challenges, my rewards. I want to make sure I'm spending my time in Destiny very efficiently. The artifact has been something that's been really, really neat because it's helped me feel like I can actually engage in content and progress to the higher levels of content, while still, you know, leveling intentionally my power level for my gear. So it's been really cool to have like an extra buffer for power that is very linear in terms of how it increases, instead of being kind of this up down that your power gear powerful reward drops are. Because sometimes, you know, it's there, you know, you could get like 3 heavies in a row, and then you would still, and then you know, it's kind of a waste of powerful increase. So this is something I think is like added padding or protection on there, that you can gain power through XP, but not necessarily, you know, a lot or very quickly. It's, you know, it's going to take you a whole season to, you know, to get that thing, a thick chunk on there. So I like it. I think it's a great addition. Respect brings, so the artifact brings a greater respect to the player's time, that trickles down to the casual very well from the hardcore. It's a great compliment to the casual and also to the hardcore, obviously, because then they can do the harder stuff faster, and casuals can play the game and not feel like they can't do anything. Like, oh, I can't do that. Like, I can't do the raid because I can't level. I can only play so much. So it's just really nice. It's just a really good touch. I think Bungie has done that very well. And then the final thing for progression and leveling in season of the Undying and Shadowkeep is that they created the season pass, which I have it up here. You know, I'm currently at level 41, and I tack on about, like, you know, 5 or 6 of these every time I kind of play. Just load up my bounties, turn in the bounties, and, you know, I'm leveling up this thing a lot, and it feels really, really good. I think this is kind of this is something that even though it doesn't really help my leveling. I mean, I'm getting some gear in here that's at level, which kind of helps gap fill. If I wait, if I wait and level up, I can be very specific in the gear that I pick and choose, so that maybe I can get like a at level gear that I'm not necessarily getting from any activities. So it's just really nice that there's some utility out of this, but it's beyond that. It's like psychologically, it's just really nice that I can come in, I can do bounties, get bounties done, and level this thing up, and I feel like I'm making progress in the game towards certain things, like maybe buffs, items, and whatnot. So it's at a base level of like my time being respected and my time being invested doesn't feel like wasted when I play Destiny. The season pass is really, really awesome for that. I think it's a great addition. I really like it. I think it's something that they've added very tactfully into the game, where it doesn't intrude into anyone's. It doesn't intrude into power progression. It doesn't intrude into pay to win. But it's just a fun thing that they've added to the game that just feels really good. So I think that on itself is super awesome. And one of the ways I was thinking about this, just as these 3 bullet points that you have, where let's say that, you have like those those tables with all those gears of different size, and you rotate the one that has the handle, and all the gears kind of shift, and each one's shifting spinning at a different speed because of the size and how many treads are on each gear. Well, here the season pass is a really, really small gear with like very few threads on it, so that thing's spinning really fast. The artifact's a little bit bigger, more threads, so it's spinning slower. And then the power grind, is your thing that's spinning the slowest. So it's as you're rotating the handle, like your season pass is doing this, the artifacts doing this, and then your power grind's doing this. So at least there's some like in your time that you're spent cranking out the game, playing, you're getting some form of progress through the seasonal pass, artifact, and power grind, and everything kind of culminates together. This is like some of the best time in Destiny 2 that I've had, outside the whole like Destiny 2 like era. It's been a long time since I played Destiny 1, so I can't really reach back and speak to that. But this has just been a really awesome time in Destiny 2. Really excited, really cool stuff that they're doing with the season pass, season of Undying and Shadowkeep. So yeah, I think let me finish up this third one here, and then we'll be done, I think, for now, and we'll get back into playing the game. Let's see. Season Pass is a neat way to offer the feeling of leveling, progressing at a reasonable speeds. Brings the level of, or brings the feeling of leveling up quickly while having some relative reward structure. Makes time spent in game rewarding while not selling power. I don't know. It makes the time spent in game feel rewarding, no matter how much time you spent. Yeah, no matter how much time is spent. I guess that's the thing. It's like with the Season of the Undying Pass, every second counts in that sense. You can log in, do some bounties, and boom, you've made some significant progress on the Battle Pass, or not Battle Pass, Season Pass. Battle Pass is well known for Fortnite. So yeah, all right. So let's do a little bit of a wrap up here and kind of close out for now, because I think we have some good ideas and something that I can kind of do a blog post with. Hey, you still there? Yeah, I'm still here, but don't worry. All right. So Destiny 2 progression system is the best it has ever been. The power grind is more efficient and intentional. So with world drops dropping at either 3 or under the current level, kind of greatly helps the intentionality of the grind by having the player have more control over how they level. It's going to be really it's really nice in that. It's really nice to have that kind of level of control where before it's you were stuck with the randomized, am I gonna win the the roulette of where the powerful drop's gonna go. I got yelled at. Anyway, where the grind's gonna go, the bounties, creating more intentional interaction within the activities, dropping items at level or above rank up in the activity, as well as the vendors dropping powerful rewards at 8 bounties, complementing that grind. So, bounties are dropping, or bounties are keeping you on the playlist. You're able to get those drops out of each activity, because those drops are dropping at 3 or below. So bounties kind of help fuel your engagement in the activities, and then completing so many activities actually rewards you with a powerful drop. So there's a lot of great things they've done with the power grind that's increased the intentionality. And let's see, artifact. The second point. So artifact offering power to be earned through experience. This is something that I think that's really awesome for that gap filling, where you have the unlucky roll or the unlucky power drop, or consistent unlucky power drops, where your time, your bounty, your experience, you can earn basically power for turning in experience at a very moderate rate. And this is really nice and helpful for kind of giving you that boost to being able to participate in activities. Awesome. I think this has been some of the one of the greatest additions to this game that Bungie has created, that really helps bring some more intentionality, and also just like wanting to stick in and play the game. You can actually participate in activities and actually do them, and not feel like you're unable to engage in all that stuff. So that's been really good. And then the last one, the seasonal pass, just a neat way to feel like you're making progress in leveling, just by turning in bounties and hitting that level up type of thing, get rewards. It flashes at you. It's just really a kind of icing on the cake in terms of the core grind, the core enjoyment of the game. Is just you have this thing that's constantly in the background, like letting you're getting rewards, you're getting stuff, and it's really good. Like the progression system in Destiny 2 at this point has just been so awesome, between the power grind, the artifact, and seasonal pass. All these 3 things have just been really nice, really helpful. So yeah, that's going to wrap up the live right for now, just through the summary. Sorry for the little interruption, but I was being a little too loud. My wife came out and told me. But anyway, regardless, guys, thanks so much for watching, for spending the time hanging out. And we're going to be continuing on playing Destiny. So, guys, if you want to come and hang out with me, I do stream on Mixer at I'm Not KC, where we play Destiny Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 to 11-ish p.m. PST, and we just spend our time talking about Destiny, playing Destiny, and just having a good time. All right, guys, take it easy. Talk to you later, and have a good night.